It's another beautiful day here in paradise. Hey, it's good to see you. I'm Matthew. Welcome to another episode of Barlow BBQ. And today what I'm going to do for you guys is smoke a tri-tip right here on the pit barrel cooker. Now, if you've never done a tri-tip before, there are just a couple things that I think you should know. I've got a tri-tip right here. Let me get it for you. All right, now here is the tri-tip we're using today, and shout out to Beef Country out in Port Charlotte, Florida. That's where we picked up this tri-tip we're gonna cook. All right, now that's not too common to find tri-tip, but if you can find one, pick it up. They're really good, and after watching today's video, you're gonna know how to do it just right. Now the first thing you need to know if you've never done one is you do not want to overcook a tri-tip, all right? About medium is about the highest you want to go on that, all right? So about 145 degrees internal temp. Today I'd like to shoot for about a nice medium rare, so that's between 130 and 135. That's what we're going to shoot for. Now number two thing you need to know is, I don't know how well you can tell right now, but the grain does run a couple different ways on a tri-tip. This way and then this way. And when you're slicing it, we'll go over this later on in the video, when you're slicing it, you want to cut against the grain. And that's key number two. But if you got those two things, your tri-tip is going to turn out all right. So today's cook is going to be real simple. I'm going to smoke this tri-tip on the pit barrel cooker until it hits an internal temp of around 135 degrees. Then we're going to take it off and let it rest for a moment, then slice into it and see how it tastes. But the first thing we need to do is get this ready to hit the pit. All right, here's that tri-tip again. So take another look at the grain, just a quick reminder. You see how it's running this way on this side, and the grain is running that way over here on the left. Okay, so we want to make a mental note of the way that grain's running, and we're going to be cutting against that grain. So we're going to be cutting, making slices going this way, right? And then slices going across this way. That's how you do it. All right, the rub today is real simple. I'm using just black pepper and kosher salt, and I'm doing a ratio of 2 to 1. That's 2 to 1, 2 black pepper to 1 kosher salt, all right? And I'm gonna be sure to get a good coating on both sides. I'm just gonna show you guys just this one side. And then once you got both sides coated in the rub, it's in the fridge just for a little bit until the pit barrel's ready, and your G2G, good to go. All right, I've got both sides coated in salt and black pepper. Now I want to hook and hang this tri-tip today, so I've got my hook right here. Okay, that's on. I'll meet you over at the pit barrel. All right, we got that tri-tip on the pit barrel, and I tell you what, let's check back on it in about maybe 30 minutes or so. I really want to be careful not to overcook this, like I said in the beginning. I'm shooting for an internal temp of about 135 degrees, give or take a little bit. All right, so let's let this go, and in the meantime, it's another scorcher here in Southwest Florida. I think I'm going to jump in the pool while we wait on that tri-tip. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Well, I never did take a dip in that pool, but it's been about 40 minutes, and I really want to check the temperature on that tri-tip and see where it's at. Let's take a look. All right, guys, got my handy dandy digital thermometer here. Let's check the temp on this tri-tip. All right, we are getting temperatures of around 147. Yep, 147 as well towards the end. So this is definitely done. It only took 30 minutes, 40 minutes for this tri-tip to be done. So I did overshoot just a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this off of here, let it rest for a moment, and then we'll slice it up. This tri-tip is looking real nice, y'all. I'm hoping it's going to turn out all right, even though we overcooked it just a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to be done so soon. All right, so now comes the time, the important time of slicing it the right way. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it right here. You see the seam that's going right here? That's a layer of fat. That's a line of fat right there. So we're going to cut this in half right through that seam. Okay, we got that cut in half. Now this piece right here, the grain is running this way. So we're going to cut some slices against the grain, cutting this way. All right? All right, so we got a piece right here. This is looking pretty good. Like I said, we did overcook this a little bit. It's slightly over medium, but I think it's still going to taste really good. Let's do a taste test.
Well, this is my favorite thing to eat for dinner.
What's that?
Something I don't have to make.
Oh, well, it's rare that you don't have to make something. I am not that great of a cook. I'm sorry.
I think you're great.
But I hope this tri-tip turned out all right.
It looks fantastic. The whole yard smells super.
Oh, yeah. Smoked out the neighborhood today, y'all. Let's try it out. Oh, it's still nice and tender. Nice and juicy.
And I can't believe it only took 30 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I was totally shocked and amazed that this was temping out at around 30 to 40 minutes in. I didn't expect that to be done that quick.
You could have pulled it even sooner.
I could have pulled it a little sooner. I mean, this was just done a hair over medium, but like I said, it's still tender, still juicy.
And super delicious.
And nothing wrong with this tri-tip, y'all. So a little barbecue lesson is always pay attention to what's going on the pit, right?
That's correct.
If you walk away for too long, even though you think it's going to take a little bit longer, it might be done sooner than you think. I'm real happy with the way it turned out, and I'm real happy that you guys are here and you guys hung out with us today. It's really great to hang out with you. So we really appreciate it. We're glad you're here, and we love you. And we're going to say until next time, smoke them if you got them.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.